you. What's up? How's life been treating you? I hope you're doing okay.
Oh my God, Sally? Sally, is that you? I can't believe it. My goodness, how have you been?
It sure is me. Who else would it be? Did you forget about me already, girl? It hasn't been that long.
Forget about you? How could I? Of course I remember. How could I forget those crazy days at school? Those were the best times of my life. There was no way I'd forget about you. God, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Well, I'm so glad you remembered me. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do if you didn't. It has been a while though, hasn't it?
I know it has. How many years has it been? I've lost track, to tell you the truth.
I think it's been a good 4 years, wouldn't you say? That and 15 pounds ago.
4 years? Yeah, that sounds about right. Wow. It's been that long, huh? God, the years go by so fast. I feel like I'm getting old already.
Well, after you hit 20, the years just whizzed by. When we were kids, a year was an eternity, remember? Like summer vacation seemed so long. Now the same amount of time is nothing.
Yeah, I'm just starting to remember what I was doing 4 years ago. We became best friends in elementary school, right? But after I got a job out of state, we kind of lost track of each other, didn't we? Then that time I called you out of the blue one day and we had this stupid fight. I think that was the last time we talked to each other. I don't know, I might be wrong.
Oh yeah, I remember that. No, you're right. That was the last time. We did have that little fight, didn't we, now that you mention it? I got miffed at how cold you were being to me or something stupid like that. Anyway, it was something dumb, I'm sure. But after 4 years, I guess we can let bygones be bygones, right?
Yeah, of course. Don't be ridiculous. It was ages ago. I mean, I can't even properly remember what I was doing last week, let alone 4 years ago. I'm so happy you called me, though. It's so good to hear your voice again, Sally. It really is. I guess after what happened last time, maybe it wasn't easy for you to call me.
Well, I try not to let things like that bother me, actually. Life's too short, right? Besides, Hannah, I'm so happy that we could reconnect. It's like old times.
Let's have lunch together sometime. What do you say? Down here in New York, there are so many good places to eat. There are so many places I'd like to take you. Actually, though, I wasn't expecting your call at all. Was there, something you wanted to talk to me about? Or should we hold that for when we meet over some great food?
No, not really. I just felt like giving you a call, I guess. No special reason. I just got to thinking about old times. A little nostalgic, I guess you could say. And I figured that enough time had gone by after what happened, and that we'd be able to make amends, and so I decided to call you out of the blue.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Don't be silly. What's past is past. Like you said, the years are going by faster than before, so we shouldn't worry about the past. None of us is getting any younger.
I mean, I guess we don't need a reason to call each other, right? There is always something that we girls need to chat about. There never seems to be enough time. Especially now that we're working, and in different cities, you know? Hannah, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure, of course. What is it?
Do you have a boyfriend?
Oh, my love life, you mean? Is that what you're getting at? Well, right now I'm not seeing anyone, no.
Oh, I see. I have a feeling it's not just right now that you don't have a boyfriend, but maybe not ever. Am I right?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, Hannah, I don't know how to say this, but you aren't exactly well endowed in the looks department like I happen to be. You've never even had a real boyfriend, have you, Hannah?
Wow, you don't mince your words, Sally. I can see that hasn't changed that much since our school days.
You're going to hold it against me?
Well, I think that's why we had that fight the last time. You said something inconsiderate to me. Don't you remember? If you want to let bygones be bygones, as you say, you gotta learn not to make the same mistakes. I'm not trying to lecture, just telling you how I feel. I mean, I value our friendship. But is that why you called me, Sally? To reopen our fight?
Of course not. I don't want to fight with you. I would never want that. But it's true what I said. I'm not making anything up, am I? I'm just stating facts. I'm sorry. You should know that I say what is on my mind. I've always been like that.
I know, Sally, but there are things one should say and there are things that are better left unsaid. Didn't you realize that it's not okay to say hurtful things? Didn't you learn your lesson? Wasn't 4 years enough time for that?
All right, I get it. Don't get all bent out of shape over it, jeez. I didn't mean anything by it. Anyway, not to change the subject, but I wanted to tell you something. I scored so good with my boyfriend. He is the absolute best!
You know, I have the feeling that you still don't get it. I guess my point is not getting across. Anyway, let's just forget it. Tell me about this great guy you met.
Well, you know that company, Rayathon? You've heard of it, right? It's this huge company. Well, he works there. He started right after graduating from Dartmouth. He's like the top guy in the sales division. I think he's going to be promoted next year. And along with that comes a huge raise. By the way, that's the division you want to be in if you want to move up in the company and not toil away all your life in admin.
You're talking about Rayathon, the famous company everyone has heard of, right?
That's the one. The one with offices all over the world. Maybe I can go with him to Paris next time he has to go. Wouldn't that be great? Isn't that awesome? I can't believe my luck. This is all I ever wanted.
Yeah, wow, good for you, Sally. That's really great.
Isn't it? I hear it's so hard to get hired there. If you're not Ivy League, they don't even read your resume. They don't hire just anyone. Now, don't get all jealous on me, okay? And start asking me how I managed to snag him. Everyone keeps asking me that, as if there's some special way to snag a guy who makes big bucks. There is no way to do it. You have to be a certain type of girl, I guess.
Yeah, that must be annoying having people ask you that. But you know, I don't really care about where a guy works or how much money he makes. I mean, it just never mattered to me, you know? There are things that are more important. Of course, it's impressive and all, but it's not something that I get jealous about, Sally.
Oh, there you go again, getting all self-righteous. I can see that from a mile away. Do you know it's one of the leading corporations worldwide?
Well, yeah, I suppose it must be, because even I've heard of it. And I'm not exactly up on all of that stuff.
It's so dog-eat-dog out there now in terms of getting ahead these days. There are girls that have no chance of getting a guy who works at a high-paying firm. And it's people like that who like to go on about how they don't care where a guy works at or how much money he makes. I hate to say this, but those type of people are losers. It's such sour grapes, you know what I mean? You have to admit, you really wish that you could get a high-status man someday, don't you?
No, I can't speak for anyone else, but I guess I'm different in that way, Sally. I just have no interest in that sort of thing. I don't mean to disparage anyone, but that's just not me. Status symbols, money, and the rest of it. It's never been important to me. If I'm going to see a guy, it's gotta be someone that is compatible and shares the same interests as me and treats me nice. That's all I ask. I mean, I guess he should have a job, but he doesn't have to be rich.
Oh, come on, Hannah. That's so old and trite. And you know what? It's not very believable, I gotta say. I guess you haven't changed a bit all these years either. Or haven't progressed, I should say. In the end, it's all about money, girl. Don't you know? I didn't know you were still that naive.
Well, that's where we disagree, Sally. I don't know what else to say.
How can you say that it's not? Look around you. In this world, the ones with the money live well and do what they want. The ones without, well, they are at the mercy of those that have it. It's always been like that. The poor of this world are pretty much the slaves of the rich, and you know what? I got no sympathy for them. None at all.
Wait a minute. I know you've been one to have very strong opinions about many things. But I gotta say, I've never heard you talk like this. Where is this coming from? What happened to you? You sound like a different person.
Huh? What do you mean? Nothing happened to me. I'll tell you that right now. I'm still the same person I ever was. Still the same old me.
No, you've definitely changed. It sounds like someone else talking. Maybe that boyfriend of yours?
Well, yeah, I guess he got me thinking about a lot of things, which I'm totally grateful for. He's not just a run-of-the-mill guy. He brings in the most revenue in the whole division. He's gonna be someone big someday. That's for sure.
Well, that is quite something. But what do you guys talk about to make you change so much like that? That's what I want to know. You seem so different than before.
For one thing, he taught me not to associate with lowlifes who never went to college. He made me see that if you hang around with riffraff, then it tends to rub off, you know? I mean, he really opened my eyes in a lot of ways, and I'm grateful for that.
You're grateful? Sally, what the hell? Can you hear yourself talk?
There is nothing preventing any of us from putting in the effort to get ahead in life. That's what I'm talking about. People who never went to college didn't put in the effort. That's what it comes down to. And I look down on them. I'm not going to hide that. It's true. But you went to college and graduated, so you're fine, Hannah. I'm not saying you're riffraff, okay? Don't get me wrong.
What are you talking about? That is such a biased view. I can't believe what I'm hearing from you. You weren't like this before. So what about all your friends from before who never went to college? What happened with them? You used to have quite a few. In our class, there were some kids who started working right after high school, right? We used to hang out with them.
I cut ties with them right away. I don't associate with them.
Are you serious? Wow, Sally, that's messed up. Are you really okay with that? Is that the type of person you want to be? Friends aren't something you can buy at a store. Real friendship takes time. And you're just gonna cut off your friends just because they didn't go to college? I mean, putting aside whether it's right to judge people like that, as you get older, it's harder to meet new people and it gets harder to make new friends, you know? Life gets in the way. Like even with us, our jobs and all made it hard to keep in touch. The friends you made way back in school, those are the friends you should cherish. What difference does it make if they went to college or not?
What? Wow, someone is up on their high horse today. Jesus, I wasn't expecting a lecture. So what are you saying? That my boyfriend is not good enough? Is that it?
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't mean it like that.
I know you didn't mean it. I know you wouldn't say anything like that.
Of course I wouldn't. That's not what I mean at all. You know that. Well, I guess I'm not making myself clear. But anyways, if you're happy the way you are, then who am I to tell you otherwise, right?
Of course I'm happy. I'm as happy as can be. And you can be too, Hannah. Don't let your looks keep you from being happy too, okay, Hannah? There's someone for everyone. Who's to say that you can't get a guy who makes a lot of money like I did? If you made up your mind to, you could. If you don't, it's a rough road ahead, especially in this day and age. Being a nice guy doesn't pay the bills. Or for trips to Costa Rica.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we'll see.
Listen, I gotta get ready for my date, so I'll talk to you later then, all right? I look forward to that lunch. And of course, a few drinks. There is so much I want to talk to you about. 4 years worth.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. And thanks for calling. I'll get back to you after I check my schedule. And then we can set a date for lunch. Have a good date. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Oh my God. You're not going to believe what happened.
What happened? Listen, I'm on the train right now, so I can't talk right now. Can I call you later?
All right, let me text you then. He finally proposed to me. I can't believe it.
Really? Oh, wow. Congratulations, Sally. That's great news. I'm happy for you. So it finally happened.
Thank you. I thought this day would never come. Finally.
So when's the wedding set for? You are going to have one, right?
Of course I'm going to have a wedding. That's what it's all about, right? And I'll be sure to invite you, so come and give it your best shot.
My best shot? I'm not sure what you mean. What exactly am I aiming for? You're talking about your wedding, right? You're the one who's gonna have to put on your game face. It's your wedding.
Huh? What are you talking about? There's gonna be a whole lot of guys from his company there, girl. All of them high earners. Just the kind of guy you need. It'll be a great chance for someone like you to snag a high-earning guy. A chance like this doesn't come along every day, you know. So you gotta be on your A game, all right? You gotta think about what you're gonna wear and all.
Oh, I see what you mean now. I know what you mean, but I'm not really into that scene. I told you, right? I just want to be there for you on your special day is all.
What? What are you talking about? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Trying to get on our high horse again, are we? Slow down. I know what you're doing.
What do you mean? I don't follow. I'm not trying to do anything.
I know what you're trying to do. It's so obvious. You're trying to be that good girl in front of me and get me to fall for it. Then have me introduce you to everyone as the good girl, which a lot of guys like, I must admit. I know what you're trying to do. You're not fooling me.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to do that. What are you talking about?
I can't blame you though, Hannah. There are not a ton of ways for you to make yourself wanted by men, I suppose. But still, you gotta go about things the right way, honey.
What do you mean?
I know we're good friends and all, but if you want me to do something for you, there is a proper way to ask me. I mean, I didn't hear you express any gratitude for having invited you to my wedding. You don't even say thank you, and you expect me to just hook you up with a hot guy? Come on!
Sally, I seriously don't know what you're talking about. And I don't like the way you're characterizing me. You're way off base. All I wanted to do is be there as a friend on your wedding day, that's all. And honestly, I really find what you're saying to be distasteful and insulting, quite frankly. I'm not going to your wedding to get hooked up, as you put it. That's not my intention.
Oh God, you really laid on thick, don't you? Please. I'm getting married to a rich man and going to be set for life. Most regular people don't even get that chance to meet rich people. They belong to a different world.
What I'm trying to tell you is, I don't care about any of that. Why can't you understand?
Because there is nothing to understand. That's why. Because I'm right. All you have to do is show a little gratitude and you might get to meet a rich guy. You wouldn't want that? You don't ever want to move out of that tiny apartment? What better chance could there be for you? I mean, what more could you want? You want to be with the masses all your life, Hannah? All I ask is for a little gratitude and respect. That's all I'm asking for.
Just forget it. It seems that I can't get through to you no matter what I say. You'd think we were speaking different languages. So let's just drop it, all right? I look forward to going to your wedding. I do. I got a bunch of things to do, so I'll talk to you later, all right?
Are you sure you want to do that? I'm not going to introduce you to anyone at the wedding. I'm telling you now. Is that what you really want? You're going to blow off this chance? So, you're just going to ignore me, are you? I guess you are riffraff after all. Just like I thought all along.
I know you're busy with getting ready and all, but can't you pick up the phone?
Where do you expect me to find the time to talk to you?
Okay, whatever. I need to ask you something. Is this your idea of getting back at me? What's going on? I came all the way out here to attend your wedding and this is how you're going to treat me? Is this how you treat your guests?
Oh, you mean there is no place for you to sit? Is that what you're talking about?
What else would I be talking about? Stop playing with me! Why would you do something like this? What the hell? Is this your idea of a joke? I came here to celebrate with you on the day of your wedding. The most important day of your life.
But you never asked me properly to attend, much less express any gratitude. You never said thank you for letting you attend my wedding where you'd be able to meet a rich guy and be set for life. So that's why there was no seat for you. Got it?
You are just incredible. You know that? So why the hell did you send me an invitation then? What was that all about?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe I was pissed off that you didn't properly ask me to come to my wedding. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe I wanted to be shown some goddamn respect. I got my kicks just imagining you coming way up from New York not knowing there wouldn't even be a seat for you. It's pretty funny though, you have to admit. That's the only reason I sent you an invitation, honey. Now, do you understand? I spelled it out for you.
You've really crossed the line. I do hope you realize that. You're really rotten, you know that? You know that I came all the way up from New York for this. You know that, right?
And your point is what, exactly? It's not my fault you're a poor loser. There's nothing I can do about that.
You better stop right there, Sally.
I think you're the one who needs to stop, Uggo. If you wanted to come to my wedding, you should have properly asked me. I didn't just invite anyone. I mean, I wasn't about to go out of my way to invite loser riffraff to my wedding. You wouldn't fit in. But I was willing to do you a favor and invite you if you would have asked me nicely.
So I'm riffraff now?
I'm going to be rich. So to me, that's what you are, baby. You're always going to be poor and ugly. And, well, I'm obviously above all that. I can do whatever I want to you, and there's not much you can do about it. So I think we're done here. Have a nice trip back to the Big Apple.
Fine, if that's how you want it. I don't want to ever speak to you again. I'm leaving right now.
You do just that. So long! It's a good time for me to get rid of low-class so-called friends I should have never made friends with in the first place. That was my mistake. Do whatever you want. It's no skin off my back at all.
Oh, is that so? Are you sure about that?
Yeah. What could you possibly do to me? What are you talking about? I'm glad not to have you around. I might develop a loser mentality like you. Now, I can't have that now, can I? There's no medicine for that, even in this day and age.
You're going to see that none of the seats you set aside for your friends are going to have people in them. You're okay with that? I would think that'd be pretty embarrassing. Not just for you, but for your family, no? If you knew what was going to happen, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. I assure you.
Huh? What do you mean? Are you trying to talk big, Hannah? Frighten me?
I assure you it's not talk. You said the same thing to the others, didn't you? You told them that if they wanted to come to the wedding, they had to properly ask you, to show their gratitude for being invited and having a chance to meet a rich guy and all the rest of that garbage you spewed.
Yeah, I did. And what's wrong with that, huh? What's the big deal? What's it to you? I'm giving them a once-in-a-lifetime chance. That's the least they can do. Show me a little frickin' respect.
A once-in-a-lifetime chance? Sally, we all came here to celebrate your special day and brought gifts for you. Why can't you understand that? Not only that, a lot of the girls texted me that they didn't want to attend. I bet you didn't know that. But they all know that you and I were close at school.
Really?
Yeah, but I told them all to come. To come to the wedding even though they didn't really want to. I told them you were just beside yourself with the wedding and to just overlook it, the crummy way you were treating them. I was trying to be a good friend, and how do you repay me? By making me come up here from out of state for nothing. So if I say I'm leaving, they're all going to follow me out the door. And that's just what I've done.
No way. You're bluffing. So everyone is going to blow off a chance to meet and marry a rich guy? Is that what you're telling me?
It's not all about money. You just can't get that through your head, can you, Sally? To you, it's just all about money. But not everyone is like that. People like you put others down because they don't have money. I just don't want to have anything to do with you at all. You're so crass. So we're all leaving your rotten little wedding and going out for some drinks. A little reunion of sorts.
Wait 1 minute. It's my wedding, goddammit. You're going to humiliate me on my wedding day?
Well, you did say that I wasn't invited because I haven't properly asked you, whatever that means. And now you want me to stay?
Okay, I'll arrange for you to get a seat. How's that? Tell everyone to come on back as well. There is no need for this. I mean, really.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that. We've already left the venue and are in the train. Most of the girls are here already.
Get right back here this minute! Don't you dare go any further. I'm warning you, Hannah. Are you going to ruin my wedding? Is that what you want to do?
Excuse me? Let's be clear. You ruined your own wedding, honey. Make no mistake about it. Anyway, we all reserved a nice place in Cambridge. I can't wait to catch up with everyone. See you. Thanks for letting me turn the tables on you like this. It feels kinda good. Take care.
Wait! Answer the goddamn phone!
Would you cut the crap already? I don't know if you're trying to get back at me for what happened at the wedding or something, but this is just nuts. Going around bad-mouthing me? So immature. Grow up. Stop messing with my life. You better stop spreading all that toxicity. I'm telling you right now. I mean, what gives, Sally? Even people at work are looking at me funny.
Oh, is that right? Well, you know what they say. You reap what you sow. Because of you, my wedding was a complete fiasco.
Because of you, Hannah! Well, what did you expect after treating me like crap? You can't just treat people like that. And fooling me into coming up from New York for nothing? What did you expect me to do? I never asked the others to leave, by the way. They all decided to leave on their own after seeing me leave.
Yeah, but I told you I'd get a seat for you, didn't I? You didn't have to march out of there like a wuss. Can't you take a joke? My boyfriend was so pissed at me. We had a huge fight afterwards. I thought he was going to leave me. I bet you're happy to hear that. I bet that is music to your ears.
Sally, that is none of my concern. I don't know why you're even telling me this. All I know is that you're trying to get back at me for something that is your own fault. What, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Is that it? You're the victim?
I told my boyfriend that it was all the fault of this crazy uggo I knew in college, and he sympathized with me, actually. And he egged me on when I told him I was planning to get revenge on you. So, I decided to make life miserable for you. And that's just what I did. And it feels great. How do you like that?
I had no idea how low you could go. I am almost at a loss for words. I really am. But you know what? I think I'll have my own little revenge on you. How's that?
Oh, how are you gonna do that, Hannah? Huh? You can't touch me. You have no connections, no money. What could a pissant like you possibly be capable of?
Really? What would you say if I told you that this pissant could actually do something to you?
Are you trying to frighten me? Give me a break. A poor loser like you can't touch me. You should know that, honey. You talk big, I'll give you that.
There you go with loser, poor, and all that. You really need to work on your vocabulary. Among other things. Just FYI, I can do stuff to you. And I will. You just wait.
What are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. That's what. What could you possibly do? Well, I'm listening.
Your husband. I could see to it that he gets transferred out to a place out in the sticks where he'll be stuck for years. What if I told you that?
What? You're joking, right?
I'm not joking, Sally. My uncle is on the board at Rayathon. I guess I never told you.
What? You want me to believe that? You never told me.
I didn't even know until right before your wedding. When I mentioned to my father about your getting married and the wedding, he was happy for you and we got to talking about you. And he mentioned that his brother works at the same firm as your husband. So that's how I found out. We had a laugh thinking how it's such a small world. But at the time, I didn't think much of it.
Are you being serious, Hannah? Or is this your idea of a bluff? Are you serious or what?
Think about it. What would I have to gain by lying about something like that?
Not much, I guess. Hey, listen. I apologize for everything, all right? I mean, let's just put it all behind us once and for all. I'm so sorry, all right? Let's forget it. It doesn't have to be this way.
It sounds kind of weird, you talking like that. It's not like you at all.
I'm begging you. Don't do anything to interfere with my husband and his work. I apologize. I apologize for all of it, all right? I'll go to every last person I spread rumors to about you and take it all back.
Ah, Sally. I think it's a little late for that, wouldn't you say? I'm afraid what's done is done. I actually saw my uncle just the other day and I asked him to see to it that your husband gets sent out to a backwater place. And for a good long time. Clean country air and nothing but cornfields for miles. You guys are going to love it there.
No. No way you did that. Go to your uncle and have him change it back. Please. We just got married. How could you do this to us? You're really going to do this to us? Is this how you're gonna get your pound of flesh? How could you?
You know that you have nothing to blame but yourself. You treated us like crap just because you had money and this is your comeuppance, honey. You had to have seen it coming sooner or later. Pride cometh before the fall, as they say.
I'm sorry. I really am. I know what I did was terrible. Forgive me.
I don't care what you think now. And frankly, I don't care if you come begging to me. I don't consider you my friend anymore, and as far as I'm concerned, we have cut ties. So, anyway, have a good married life. I'll be rooting for you too. And oh, I'll be deleting your contacts from my phone, just so you know. Don't bother trying to call me. This is the last you'll hear from me.
Wait. Please, can't you reconsider? Please? Answer me! Hannah!
Sally's husband was given notice the very next day and given a month to prepare to move. He and Sally had to move to a small town in Maine to one of the worst performing units of the company, a long way from their nice spot in downtown Boston. Sally had quit her job when she got married and had no choice but to follow her husband to Maine. Her husband took a big cut in pay as well as benefits, and rural life didn't suit her at all. I heard they began fighting a lot and eventually wound up getting a divorce. As for me, I met a wonderful guy and we've been seeing each other for a while now. He's not rich, but I really think he's my soulmate. I'm so glad I found someone that has the same values as me, and I can't wait to build a life with him.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!